Good afternoon, basketball fans. We are coming to you live from here at the beautiful Hagonoy Gymnasium, here at the busy streets of Taguig, as we bring you the NBL President's Cup 2026 season. It is a new year and a new hope. Our Kamsur Express taking on the Pangasinan Asinderos, our first match here of the year. Good afternoon to everyone watching us on the NBL live stream platforms. My name is Nico Aaron, your anchorman for today. And Happy New Year to everybody. It's a new year and new hope here in the NBL. And we bring you a lot of action today in our doubleheader. Let's take a look at our team standings in today's matches as we approach our first game of this year. In Group A, it is Kamsur leading the way with 5 wins and 1 loss. Sunod dyan, Pampanga at 4-2. They are tied with Santa Rosa at 4-2. And Pangasinan and Manila are at 2 wins apiece. So this game, very important for them as they want to be able to make a mark and start the year strong. We go to Group B. It is Taguig, Nueva Ecija, Zambales, and Quezon City. As long as Cavite, Taguig leading the way though with 6 wins. They stay unblemished as the home team. And Nueva Ecija and Zambales right behind them as Quezon City and Cavite want to improve. But let's talk about our first game today. Pangasinan and the Asinderos, they want to be able to bounce back and start their year strong because their last match in 2025, lacking ferocity. That was the theme for that one. 138 to 112, they suffered that loss against the Quezon City Enforcers. So they need to improve on their assist, on their 3-point field goals, and of course on the bench points because it was a big difference compared to Quezon City's 94 bench points. So one of the players though they will need to step up is Rosalin. He was their key player in that match, and of course heading into the new year, he wants to be able to start strong. As you see on your screens, Brian Rosalin, he wants to be able to contribute to his squad. 21 points, 10 out of 14 field goals, 9 rebounds, and 2 steals versus Quezon City. Yan po ang match nila December 14, 2025. So they'll need more from him if they want to start strong. But alongside that, number 9, you have Fabia. He had a commendable effort in that match. 20 points, 6 of 13 field goal shooting, 6 of 7 free throws, and 4 assists in their game against QC. He and Rosalin, they want to be key cogs for Pangasinan if they want to come back stronger here in 2026. And they have a chance to do that in today's match. Now, let's go to the team on the other side of the fence. Let's talk about Kamsur Express. This team has been one of the hottest teams in their group so far. They are number 1 in their group, and this is the reason why. They're heating up at the right time. 117-103 was the score in the recent game. That was against Zambales Constructicons. Assist, 27 assists. They were the better team. Second chance points, much better, 32. And 18 points, their biggest lead. So really dictating the pace in their recent match against Zambales. And one of the main people leading the way, Magpantay. Venomous strike. The Kamsur native really playing with a lot of heart, a lot of passion, leading the way for Kamsur Express. 24 points, 7 of 13 field goals, 5 of 7 3-point field goals, 6 rebounds. So he's plus 15. So those are good numbers. Talking about the venomous Verman Magpantay, and together with the Express, they want to step up and stand out here and to continue their winning streak. He wants to lead the charge for them. Of course, with him though is Borbe, the bombastic barrage. He showcased also against Zambales. 17 big points, 6 of 12 field goal shooting, and 13 rebounds, plus 14. So good numbers from both Magpantay and Borbe. So who will start the year strong and start the game right as we take you over to our venue announcer?
NBL23 and pusup.com. The NBL 2025 season President's Cup, ang tahanan ng tunay na homegrown here at Hagonoy Sports Complex, Barangay Hagonoy, Taguig City. Our first game is Kamsur versus Pangasinan. To begin, may we all stand and kindly remove your caps. Tumayo po tayong lahat. As we start this game day with the NBL prayer.
Dear God, we thank you for this opportunity to come together in sport. Please bless the players, coaches, officials, organizers, and fans. Grant us safe fields of play, skillful and fair competition, and good sportsmanship in every moment. Keep everyone healthy, guided, and focused on giving their best. May the games be played with respect, humility, and unity, reflecting the spirit of teamwork and grace. Amen.
Please remain standing for the team's hymn. First to sing the province of Pangasinan hymn, the Pangasinan Asinderos. Thank you very much, Pangasinan Asinderos. To render the Camarines Sur hymn, the Kamsur Express.
Camarines, land of glory, fame the warning songs and stories. Hear us sing to thee, voices of a people free. Heard of hills and azure mountains, with the roofs and crashing mountains, in the lovely pleasant land, as red seas break on the sand.
There you have it, the Kamsur Express. Both teams please gather at center court for the sportsmanship handshake. Here we go, NBL fans. Let's read the starters. Beginning with the Pangasinan Asinderos. At guard number 2 from Calasiao, John Ventura. Playing center number 20 from Urdaneta City, John Lalica. Shooting guard number 24 from Dagupan City, Neil Sendanya. Forward number 34 from Manawag, Brian Rosalin. Also at forward number 71 from Urdaneta City, Kenneth Principio Quinto. Pangasinan Asinderos will be led today by Jason Benluan, assisted by Sunny De Jesus. Now the starters for Kamsur Express. Forward number 2 from Malinaw Albay, Lloyd Borbe. At guard number 5 from Pio Duran, Alexander Lim. Coming in at center number 70 from Placer Masbate, John Habonete. Small forward number 22 from Pulangi Albay, Pang Sablaon. Starting at guard number 19 from San Felipe, Naga City, Jerome Almario. The head coach is Genesio Smolto Jr. First assistant coach is Hil Lumberio.
Starting lineup for both squads. For Kamsur, we have Ariete, Almario, Habonete, Sublaon, and Borbe. And then for the other squad, we got Pangasinan also looking to start strong. Brian Rosalin leading the way there. You have Lalika and the rest of the Pangasinan Asinderos wanting to start off their new year on the right note as they take on the Kamsur Express, wanting to stay hot heading into 2026. Happy New Year to everyone watching on the NBL live streams. My name is Nico Aaron, your anchorman for today. And we bring you the first match of our NBL President's Cup 2026. Pangasinan and Kamsur will start things off here in the Hagonoy Gymnasium at the busy streets of Taguig City. As we have Lalika opening things up for Pangasinan. Talking about the Asinderos, they are currently number 4 in the standings of Group A. They want to be able to increase their winning streak here. They're currently at 2-4, so a win here would be crucial to them. And on the other side though, we have Kamsur Express, of course, led by Magpantay and his wards. As Sablaon puts them on the board, they are currently number 1 in Group A at 5-1. So both of these teams a lot to play for and opening up here in 2026. Back and forth action we go. The recent match, Kamsur Express, they've been heating up. November 30, they at the Iriga Sports Complex, they took on Zambales and they won that game. So they want to be able to bring that momentum here in the brand new year and continue their top seed. While Pangasinan, on the other hand, they want to be able to bounce back. In that game they had against the QC Enforcers, it was a high-scoring affair, but QC winning that one by 26 big points. So if you're Pangasinan, you want to start off strong, improve, and come back stronger in your first game of the year. If you're Kamsur, you want to be able to continue your momentum here in 2026 and stay on top of Group A. But that's cash, money, 3-pointer for Sendanya. And he also has been one of the key cogs for the Asinderos, able to make his presence felt early on here in the game. It is Pangasinan with a 2-point lead. They have a lot of things to look forward to talking about the Asinderos. You know, I've talked to their coaching staff, and one of the things they told me is it's a young squad, so a lot of chemistry needs to be worked on for them. And that's something they want to improve on here in the President's Cup. It's been about the chemistry and the poise for this team. If they could fix that, then they're going to go a long way here in the tournament. And for Kamsur, it's been about staying poised, staying polished, and staying sharp. Especially being the number 1 seed here in Group A. Oh, strong move though. Unable to hit. It is a good stop for Pangasinan so far. Ball movement here. DHO action for the Asinderos. Rosalin with the ball. Good dish inside. Too strong on that one. Kamsur on the run. Oh, Ariete says goodbye. And he makes the bucket. Blaze three-pointer. Our first Blaze 3 of the season. And Kamsur now with the lead. But that is quickly getting back by Ventura. Back and forth we go in the opening period. Ariete back-to-back points for Kamsur. And good start for both teams. Just how they want to start their first game of this year. Ariete loses the handle. Almario picks it up though. Ventura wants to push. Swings it to Rosalin. Quick feed. Sendanya for three. Short. And Ariete says, let's slow things down. As Kamsur, we know this team has a well-balanced offensive unit. You have the likes of Habonete, Habonete and Ariete, of course. They swing it out. Short on that one. Rosalin with the rebound. Ventura, the main point guard for the Asinderos, always likes to push the pace. Oh, up and under. As Pio Quinto is fouled, he will go to the line for two. Pangasinan currently, as we take a look at that replay, good up and under move. And he is called for the foul. Early substitutions we have here for Pangasinan. And for those of you just joining us, this is our first game of the 2026 NBL President's Cup. The Asinderos of Pangasinan taking on the Express of Kamsur. Pio Quinto on the line for two. And the head coach of Pangasinan, Christian J. Calagio, he wants to help lead this squad to their third win of the tournament. They're currently at 2-4 in our team standings. Good start for them. 9-8 is our score as we approach the 7-minute mark of our first period. Oh, good feed! Give and go action, and Vermon Magpantay making his presence felt early. The venomous Vermon Magpantay. Of course, he was the player of the game in their recent match. And it's a good thing to get his rhythm here. Too strong on that one though. Back and forth we go. Ball will go to Pangasinan. Let's take a look at that one again. Give and go action. Good feed from the big, finding Vermon. And he says, let me do what I do best. And that is score. He gives Kamsur 11 points on the board. And talking about the Express, they are number one in this group. 5 wins for them. Of course, Vermon Magpantay leading the charge for Kamsur. Ten on the clock. Good defense for Pangasinan. They get a stop. Fabio says, oh, he's met up top, but that's a foul. And he will go to the line for two. Vermon thought he got a piece of that, but the referees saw otherwise. Let's take a look at that one again. Fabia going for the layup. Vermont did get a piece, but the hand came first. And that is why Pangasinan will take their second trip at the free throw line. Mark Angel Fabia, one of the youngest players for Pangasinan. Of course, looking to make his mark for his squad. And it's about gaining trust from the coaching staff of the Asinderos moving forward. Halfway point of the first period. Kamsur still holding on to a 2-point advantage. Good stop there for Pangasinan. Rosalin looks to get himself on the board. He was their player of the game in their recent match. Talking about Brian Rosalin of Pangasinan. They swing it out. No good. And Kamsur with a good string of defensive stops so far. Pull-up jumper, short. Asuncion looks to run. Oh, he is met up top. Verman, stop and pop three. In and out. Helter-skelter basketball we have here. Good stop by Magpantay. Kamsur, they have the numbers. Habonete loses it though. Oh, and that is the second foul already on Verman Magpantay. Their player of the game in the recent meeting. That recent play, good chase down block by Habonete. LeBron James would be proud. And this foul by Verman, his second already. And that is why he is subbed out. Coach Julius Manalo taking him out of this game. As we have a timeout, it is Kamsur with the 2-point lead. Here in the NBL Pilipinas. And speaking of basketball, we got the national finals coming your way here in NBL Pilipinas. It is the youth showcasing their stuff. Young talent is set to come your way as we bring you the NBL National Finals. So a lot to look forward to here in the National Basketball League 2026. We got a lot of hoops coming your way. So to everyone just joining us, good afternoon. To wherever you are watching from right now, we are here inside the Hagonoy Gymnasium at the busy streets of Taguig. And good bucket there for Pangasinan. They even things up at 11 all. My name is Nico Aaron, your anchorman for all of our games in our Friday doubleheader. Our first game day of 2026 here in the NBL. Kamsur and Pangasinan going at it. It has been a back and forth so far. The biggest lead though has been 2 points, so good start for both teams. Kamsur on the run. Oh, good layup. Lim takes it strong to the bucket. That is a blaze 3, which is why Kamsur now is at 14 points. And checking in now for Kamsur. You got fresh legs. Let's take a look at that layup once again. Good drive there. And Lim on the other end with a quick answer. So that's been the pace of this game so far, back and forth. It has been fast-paced offense. Good job by Kamsur forcing the shot clock violation. So to those of you just joining us, Kamsur looking to continue their hot momentum as they are the #1 team in Group A at 5-1, while Pangasinan, they want to be able to develop better habits, being this their first game of 2026. They are in the middle of the pack at 2-5, so both teams a chance to start their year strong here in the President's Cup. Pangasinan, of course, led by Brian Rosalin, looks to get back in this ball game. He has yet to make his mark here in the first game of the season, of the year rather. 5 on the clock for Kamsur. Good defensive stop for the Asinderos. Kamsur with 2 timeouts. Pangasinan, they have 3. There you go. It is a 3-point shot for Manuel Ober, his first. He brings it to 14-all. You're also watching us on the Aliw Channel 23 for those of you who's got your television sets. So we got a lot of action here in the NBL. Ober will try again, and not that time. Good swing. Wide open. No good. Kamsur with the stop. Ooh. Good read. Good pace by Lim. That is his 4th point of this game. As we approach 1:50 here in the first period. It has been a back and forth affair, but Kamsur, their biggest lead has been 2 points. Ober will try again. Not that time. Lim. Same spot, same result. And Lim forces Pangasinan to use their timeout. And yes, back-to-back buckets for number 5. And Lim says, allow me to reintroduce myself as we approach our second timeout. We are back here in the NBL President's Cup 2026. And what the men do, so can the women. We bring you the WNBL Rising Stars. That is 18 under and 25 under, launching in February. So look forward to that. The Women's National Basketball League. As the females also want to strut their stuff because women could also hoop. And a lot to look forward to. WNBL coming to you this February. So we got a lot of hoops in store this 2026. But right now, it is Kamsur and Pangasinan going at it. Our first game of this Friday doubleheader. Kamsur now with their biggest lead so far at 4 points. So good afternoon to everybody just tuning in on the Aliw Channel 23 and also on all of the live stream platforms of NBL Pilipinas. My name is Nico Aaron and I am more than thrilled to bring you our NBL action this afternoon. Kamsur and Pangasinan going at it. Kamsur wanting to stay on top of Group A. And Pangasinan looking to improve on their standings. Both teams a chance to start their year strong. 2 on the clock. Shot there. Ventura with the jumper. No good. Good stop for Kamsur. Ooh! Malapre is met up top, but a foul is called. Got a blocking foul. Let's take a look at what happened there. Malapre going up top, and too much contact. That is why Eugene Malapre, one of the solid big men for Kamsur, is at the line. Unable to hit the first. As Kamsur Express, we know the depth of this team. And they've showcased that in their 5 wins so far. This is a very deep roster talking about the Express. They get a stop. Swing action. Too strong though. Fresh 14 for Kamsur. Lim with the rock. And he's been playing well so far in this opening period. He's double teamed though. Forced to give it up. 3 on the clock. And the 3 is made. That is cash money for number 27. And it is the Kamsur Express starting off strong. A solid opening period here. 8-point lead for Kamsur, the number 1 ranked team in Group A. Buckets like that have given them the lead, as it is 22-14 second quarter action when we return.
Start the day with Guapo Essentials. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo. Diminish acne scars with Glutamax Men Face and Body Bar. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo. 24/7 freshness, 100% guapo vibes. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo.
Back to action here in the NBL President's Cup 2026. NBL Youth also coming your way this year for the NBL, and it is the young ones. Fresh talent showing their stuff and rising stars looking to showcase their potential. We bring you the NBL Youth coming your way. So we have a lot of basketball action to look forward to here in the National Basketball League, as we bring you our first match and our first game of the year here in NBL 2026. It is Pangasinan and Kamsur as we open up our second quarter. My name is Nico Aaron. More than thrilled to bring you the action here inside the Hagonoy Gymnasium at the busy streets of Taguig. Kamsur, they have been able to come up with that 4-0 run in the opening period. It was a back and forth affair. They've been able to pull away That is why they have a 7-point advantage now heading into this second quarter of action. Of course, to everyone just joining us, you are watching us on the Alil Channel 23 and on all of the live stream platforms of NBL Pilipinas. It is our first game of the day and the first game of the year 2026. So happy New Year to everybody. And we hope you are starting the year strong. My name's Nico Aaron, and I'm more than thrilled to bring you all the action as Untalan showcases his stuff from long range. Brings that lead to within 4. Pangasinan doing a good job now. The adjustments they've made. Of course, Coach Christian Calagio, alongside his assistant coaches, making the necessary adjustments here in the second quarter. They started off with that man-to-man, and now they switch it up. Let's take a look at that Untalan three-pointer. His first one of this ball game. And now Brian Untalan is at the line for 2. We've seen his potential in 2025. Be able to sink that long ball for Pangasinan. And he looks to make his mark early. 5 points for him already in the game. Brings it to within 2. Oh, good answer though. 3-point bucket, cash money for Kamsur. Oh, give and go action. Unable to hit though, as we have a foul on the floor. That is actually Kamsur's very first 3-pointer. Let's take a look at that one once again. A little Nikola Jokic inspired feed there. Unable to finish though. But Pangasinan has been able to stay within striking distance of Kamsur. 5-point ball game here in the second quarter. Good stop for the Express. They want to run. This team has been known for playing at a very fast pace. Sablaon, corner pocket 3. That's off the rim. Good stop for the Asinderos. Swing it. Both teams still looking to get their rhythm from the 3-point line. Kamsur 1 of 5 from 3. Pangasinan 2 of 11. So the 3-point shooting has to be key for them. They are still finding their rhythm here. 11 on the clock for Pangasinan. Oh, sneaky move by number 13, Rodel Renon. And he has also been one of the key players para dito sa Asinderos. He brings Pangasinan back to within 3. Weave action mula dito sa Kamsur. 5 on the clock. Oh, the bank is open. Medwin Ariate sinking that one. Gives Kamsur 26 big points already here in quarter number 2. That's been Ventura and Ariete matchup. Kamsur wanting to run. Good stop though by Untalan. But he is called for the foul. Brian Untalan, of course, one of the things Pangasinan looks to improve on heading into the continuation of this season here in round number 1 is the chemistry. You know, I spoke with number 34, Brian Rosalin, earlier, and he told me it's been about the chemistry of this team. They're a young squad. He wants them to be able to develop more of a cohesive unit heading into 2026. Talking about Pangasinan. As Kamsur now, they make use of that 3-point bucket, that free 3. Talking about Kamsur Express. That's big. And we know this team, they love using those free 3s. That's their first free 3 of 2026. So, a lot more of that. Oh, good give and go action. Quick connection though. Untalan finds Renon. And you're watching also on pusup.com. Let's take a look at that one again. Untalan to the cutting Renon. The point guard feeding the big man. Keeping the Asinderos within striking distance. It is a 6-point ball game. They swing it. 9 on the clock for Kamsur. Foul on the ball. And we got a pushing foul on Untalan. So as I was saying earlier, talking about Pangasinan, I spoke with one of their key players, Brian Rosales, and he told me they want to improve on their chemistry heading into this one, because the good news is for him and his team, as Kamsur scores there, Almario with that layup. The good news for Pangasinan though, it's early on in this round number 1. They're currently 2-5, so if they could develop their chemistry and polish on their habits, that's one thing they want to look forward to and improve on heading into this 2026. Let's take a look at Almario finding the open lane and using the glass. Jerome Almario, another one of their shifty point guards for Kamsur. Untalan, he'll try his long range, no good. Almario looks to push. Oh, back-to-back points, Jerome Almario. And he likes to push that one. It is now the biggest lead for Kamsur, 11 points. And they get a stop. And Kamsur is starting to look like themselves here. They pushing the pace. High octane offense. This is the game of Kamsur. Almario, good dish inside. Unable to finish though, but Redondo will be rewarded with 2 buckets. As we have Neil Sendanya checking in. And he's also been able to be one of the key players for Coach Christian Calagio and his wards. One of the small forwards para dito sa Pangasinan. That's the beauty of NBL. To everyone watching, we got homegrown talent really developing here. Kamsur and Pangasinan really playing with a lot of pride and a lot of esteem here. When you have players really fighting for their home squad, you expect 110% effort. And that is what we are seeing today. Pangasinan looking to trim this 13-point lead from Kamsur. 7 on the clock. Good defense from Kamsur. They forced the turnover. Ball will go back to the Express. And talking about adjustments, a while ago, Pangasinan started the game 2-1. Kamsur now starting the game, or starting the second quarter rather, with a man-to-man press. So good adjustments from both squads. Lim. Oh, he loves those trick shots. Talking about number 5, Alexander Lim. Making his presence felt in this one and leading Kamsur to their biggest lead of the ball game right now. 15 points for Kamsur. Lim gets a stop. And ball will go back to Pangasinan, but that is a timeout for the Kamsur Express. 38-23 is our score. More action when we return. Back to live action here in the NBL Pilipinas. We are coming to you from Taguig here inside the Hagonoy Gymnasium. And on your screens right now, that is Mike Sampurna. Of course, scouting his fellow competitors here, and it's a good way to be able to improve. He is one of the key players for the hottest team in Group B. Talking about the Taguig City Generals, we will see them in action later this afternoon at 7 p.m. They will take on the Zambales Constructicons for our main game. They want to defend home court. But for now, it is Kamsur and Pangasinan going at it. As Pangasinan now looking to trim this 12-point advantage, they bring it to within 10. Good afternoon to everyone watching us on all the NBL platforms. Puso Pilipinas, Aliw Channel 23, and of course here on YouTube. My name is Nico Aaron, your anchorman for this entire afternoon. We got you a Friday doubleheader to start things off here in NBL President's Cup 2026. And Kamsur has been able to take command of this ball game. Pio Quinto is down on the floor. We got a pushing foul, so a lot of adjustments were made from both coaching staffs. Let's take a look at that one. Pio Quinto, and he's hit. That's a hard foul there. I'm glad to see he's okay. Kamsur looking to stay sharp. With a win today, they will go up at 6-8. Talking about the Kamsur Express. For Pangasinan, if they win this one, they will improve to 3-5. So a very pivotal match for both teams. Magpantay back in the ball game for Kamsur. Lim still on the floor. He's been playing well. They give it to Verman. They'll try a three-pointer. That is cash money for Verman Magpantay. His first three-point bucket of the season. And Lim says goodbye. Bringing Kamsur back to within 16 points now, courtesy of that Blaze 3 from Lim. The biggest lead now for Kamsur. It has been Lim and Magpantay leading the charge so far for Kamsur. DHO action. Good feed on the inside. And a foul is called. Let's take a look at that. 3-point bucket. Verman magpantay, showcasing his complete arsenal. And then Lim with the steal and the bucket. And Pangasinan though with a quick answer. But Kamsur has been able to develop that chemistry early on in this ball game. And what a stellar set of plays from both teams. And that's what you love about NBL. The action is non-stop. Pangasinan looking to trim this into single digits. They were within 2 points earlier. 14 on the clock. Good feed on the inside. Basket counts. And one. That is Kenneth Pio Quinto. One of the big men of Pangasinan has been solid so far for the Asinderos. Drive and dish. Pio Quinto is fouled and one for him. He will be rewarded with the bonus. Kenneth Pio Quinto. Makes that one. 11 points. Still double-digit lead for Kamsur. Oh, cash money. The big man showcasing his stuff, John Habonete. His first 3-point bucket of the ball game. Stretch 5 has been his role for Kamsur. And even last year, he has showcased what he can do from deep and his ability to shoot from 3. Talking about John Edward Habonete, that has been one of the keys for Kamsur. This is why this team is such a threat. Because of plays like this, you have a stretch 5 able to score from deep. And Pangasinan really fighting for every possession. Kamsur now at 47 big points here in the second quarter. And this team has also been known for their high-octane offense as we continue our season. Pangasinan, they're a younger team. They want to be able to develop more of that chemistry. And Kamsur, though, the more veteran squad,
Pangasinan 34.
they have been able to dictate the pace of this game so far, which is why they have a 14-point advantage. And 47 points in the first half, this is nothing new for Kamsur. Shot clock violation for Pangasinan. And that is why they call a timeout. It is the Asinderos looking to talk things over. 47-34 is our score. More action here in the second quarter when we return. back to live action here in the NBL President's Cup as we continue round number 1 action here in 2026. It is our first game of our Friday doubleheader. We bring you Pangasinan and Kamsur. Still here inside the Hagonoy Gymnasium at the busy Taguig City. And later, after this, it will be the Zambales Constructicons taking on the home team, Gig. Looking to defend the home court. Kamsur now. Home court. Kamsur now at 47 points. High scoring first half for them. Been able to dictate the pace here in our opening game. Big three-pointer. Kamsur now really finding their rhythm. Kyle Dumagtoy, his first three-point bucket in this game. 16 big points for Kamsur, their biggest lead so far. They've been able to find their rhythm now from deep. And also able to get some defensive stops. And if you're Pangasinan, it's about going back to what kept you within striking distance earlier, and that has been getting stops and playing at a faster pace. Torres is fouled. For Kamsur, they have been able to convert on their three-point buckets. As we have Kamsur's number 27, Vincent Malapre. And last year, he has also been one of the key cogs for Kamsur. This guy, when he comes off the bench, you know he's going to give you that spark. And he has been that energizer for Kamsur. They hold on to a 16-point advantage. A foul though. And Pangasinan will go to the line. They need more of that if they want to get back in this ball game. So for those of you just joining us, Pangasinan is currently at 2-5. They are in the middle of the pack in Group A as we continue our season. And they want to look to improve on that. And for Kamsur, they are currently the top team in Group A right now at 5-1. They want to be able to stay on top and continue that winning streak they have. They are on a +4 winning streak, being the leading team in Group A. And so far, so good for the Express. 22 on the clock. Good rebound. Ooh, almost. And this is a double-digit advantage for Kamsur. They've been able to make the adjustments in that first quarter. Pangasinan had that good spurt of a run, but Kamsur made the necessary adjustments. As Pangasinan wants to talk things over. 50-35, 15-point ball game is our score. We'll be back with more action. Action resumes here in the NBL President's Cup. And as we continue the action here in 2026, Happy New Year to everybody. It is Pangasinan and Kamsur going at it for our first game of 2026. It is the continuation of our season. My name is Nico Aaron, and I am more than thrilled to bring you our doubleheader this Friday afternoon as the NBL action continues. Later, it will be the Zambales Constructicons taking on the home team, Taguig City Generals, as we are inside the Hagonoy Gymnasium. And right now, it is Kamsur with a 15-point lead over Pangasinan. Untalan looks to trim that one down. He had a 3-pointer earlier, and now he has 7 points on the board. And they'll need more of him in that second half if they want to get back in here. Kamsur able to make the necessary adjustments. They have been pushing the pace, and that man-to-man defense they've employed has been stellar, forcing Pangasinan to turn it over. But both teams, though, are in the penalty. 5 seconds remaining here in our second quarter. Let's take a look at that one. Untalan unable to hit that free throw, and the referee saw a little bit of an extra motion there. That is why Kamsur will be rewarded with a trip to the free throw line. John Edward Habonete, stretch 5 for the Express. He had a 3-pointer earlier. Unable to make those two, though. Pangasinan looking to have one at the buzzer. Oh, good feed. A little too late, though. Talking about the Asinderos. But it is the Kamsur Express holding on to a double-digit advantage. And one of their leaders in that first half has been this man, Almario. Plays like this from Jerome. 11 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. The sneaky but stellar point guard for Kamsur, making his presence felt early. And good start for him. Second half and analysis more when we return here in our NBL President's Cup.
Start the day with Guapo Essentials. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo. Diminish acne scars with Glutamax Men Face and Body Bar. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo. 24/7 freshness, 100% Guapo Bites. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo.
Malakas naman sa Pangasinan. So, excited kasi sabi ko nga, matagal namin pinangarap to nila Coach Chris Calagio, nila Jun Marsan na magkaroon ng homegrown team. Yung sinasabi natin talagang taga Pangasinan. So, after how many years, so, nagkatotoo naman na napasali kami. So, it's a very big kanila, challenge unang-una. Tsaka malaking opportunity for them to showcase yung talent natin sa probinsya. Alam natin na marami ang nangangarap na makarating sa professional na ganito. So, maganda meron yung NBL Pro natin. So, yun. Masaya yung mga bata. Actually, masaya na may halong kaba. Ano ba yung kanilang kakaharapin dito? Siyempre, being one of the newest member ng team o ng liga. So, excited and yun. May konting kaba. Pero malalampasan natin yun. Yes, yun maganda yun dahil yung sa liga na ito. So, kaya lalong napupush yung mga kabataan dun sa Pangasinan, no? So, ito nga nagkaroon kami ng intertown. So, nakikita namin yung mga players from Pangasinan na possible na dito nasisimulan na natin. Alam natin na may pupuntahan yung mga bata. So, naging malaking sa kanila, inspirasyon yung makasali yung Pangasinan, yung homegrown team sa professional league. Salamat po sa bumubuo ng Pangasinan Asinderos po, lalong-lalo na kay Mayor Patrick Karamat ng Kalasyaw, na siyang isang susi para matuloy po yung pinapangarap ng mga taga-Pangasinan na magkaroon ng homegrown team sa professional. So, siyempre kasama din po dyan si Mayor Liam Cesar ng Rosales, kung saan napakahilig din po sa Pangasinan. Actually, mga batang mayor to, pero yung puso nila sa basketball ay nandoon. So, gusto nilang makita at maipakita ng Pangasinan kung anong meron klaseng players ang mga taga-Pangasinan. So, mga Pangasinanse, abangan po natin yung mga games namin dito sa NBL Pilipinas para nang sa ganon, makita ninyo, marating ninyo, pangarapin ninyo na makasama kayo sa Pangasinan.
Deputy Head Coach Sonny De Jesus of the Pangasinan Asinderos. And right now, they are trying to trim down a 13-point advantage from the Kamsur Express as we bring you our halftime analysis. Let's take a look at that opening quarter of action. It was a back and forth affair. Pangasinan staying within striking distance. They actually started very well. But Kamsur slowly but surely getting their rhythm and dictating the pace in this one. Ventura looking to make his mark for Pangasinan. And Kamsur has been well balanced in terms of their offense. 21-14 at quarter number 1. And to open up the second quarter, Pangasinan did start strong because of plays like that. But Kamsur able to rally back from guys like Almario. He has 11 points now for Kamsur. And they have been able to dictate the pace in that second quarter. Verman Magpantay finding his rhythm from 3, showcasing their depth, and that is why this is the score, folks. 50-37, and the field goals has been on the side of Kamsur, 40% compared to Pangasinan's 31%. The turnovers not that well for Pangasinan, but both teams looking to take care of the ball better. Points in the paint, both teams doing well. They're both in double digits, but Kamsur has 28. And this is the difference maker, what we talked about earlier. 18 big fast break points, because Kamsur does like to run. This has been their kind of offensive so far. Leading scorers for both squads, Lim, Almario, Ariante, and Magpantay leading the way for Kamsur. And for Pangasinan, it is Untalan, Sendanya, Pio Quinto, and Renon. So Kamsur already has 2 players in double digits. For Pangasinan, one key player they want to step up, Brian Rosalin. We know how capable he is to put up big numbers. He's been quiet so far in this one. Second half is a fresh start for him. Can he step up and improve? We are about to find out. It is 50-37 as Pangasinan currently 2-5 in Group A. They want to be able to improve on their standings, while Kamsur the top team now in Group A. They're at 5-1. They want to continue to stay on top here in 2026 NBL action. Good afternoon to everyone joining us on Aliw Channel 23 and on Puso Pilipinas, and of course on all the NBL Pilipinas live stream platforms. My name is Nico Aaron, and I'll be your anchorman for our Friday doubleheader as we bring you NBL President's Cup action as the start of the third quarter. Pangasinan and Kamsur. And Kamsur, they made those adjustments in the first half with that man-to-man press they had, forcing Pangasinan to turn it over. But this time, Pangasinan able to get a good defensive stop. Two players already in double digits for Kamsur. For Pangasinan, they'll need more of their players to step up for them. Brian Rosalin, however, not starting this one in the second half. Lalika sets a screen. It's no good. Trinidad picks up the pieces. Good start for Pangasinan here in quarter number 3. Same starting unit for Kamsur now. They want to stay on top. If they win this one, they'll get their 6th victory of the tournament. As we continue our NBL action. And Untalan, his second three-pointer as he also continues his... Oh, good move. Unable to get it to go though. And Pangasinan brings it back to 8 points as Habonete will go to the line for 2 shots. Talking about John Edward Habonete. Of course, the Kamsur native, he has been a solid big man for the Express. It's been his ability to shoot from deep that has made him such a standout for Kamsur. If you could have a stretch 5, that does a lot for your offense. 1 for 2 on that trip. 9-point ball game. Pangasinan though, good start for them. 5-1 run for the Asinderos. So Pangasinan has been starting well in this third quarter. Good drive. And that is rejected by Habonete. The younger team is Pangasinan. It's been about developing that chemistry for them. And unable to convert on that one. Up and under move. Crafty finish for Borbe. The big man showing the footwork. Brings the lead back to a dozen for Kamsur. They get a stop. 2-for-1 opportunity. Too strong of a pass though from Ariete. Let's take a look at that one once again. The up and under. And Borbe able to finish off the glass. 12-point advantage. Pangasinan back to the DHO action. Untalan knocking down his third three-pointer. Brings back this lead to 9. And that's what we talked about earlier. Pangasinan in that first quarter, they weren't able to sink in any three-pointers. And like we said, if they could start hitting from deep, it will be big for them. Untalan doing just that. And that is why they trimmed this to 9 points. It is back to a single-digit ball game. This is what Pangasinan has been known for, even in the previous year. They bring that fighting spirit here in 2026. Habonete with the drive. Picks up his miss. Banging bodies, basket counts. Bully boy move, John Edward Habonete doing the dirty work, and it pays off. The big man going to work. And this is the picture-perfect definition of try and try until you succeed. Not one, not two, but 3 tries for the big man. Never give up. John Edward Habonete. Bringing Kamsur back to within double digits. A chance for a 3-point play. Unable to make the free throw though. Oh, good feed. Pangasinan, good dish on the inside. Up and under, how did he get that one in? Kenneth Pio Quinto showing some magic. Pangasinan now at 47 points. Back and forth we go. Basket will not count for Habonete. Pangasinan doing a good job of quickly answering back. They don't follow the pace of Kamsur. Every chance they get, they push that rock and they try to get it inside. They've been able to come up with quick answers. Almario, he's been hot. Almario with 11 points for Kamsur. Untalan swings it. Pangasinan slowing down the pace. They go to Pio Quinto. Let the big man go to work. And he is fouled, well deserved. You gotta admire the patience of Kenneth Pio Quinto. He loves that matchup against Habonete. And the physicality has been turned up a notch here in the second half. Pio Quinto, one of the standouts for Pangasinan. And he's been a big man that has been very crafty for the Asinderos. And he brings this back to within 8. 2 for 2. Good trip for Kenneth. And Pangasinan, just like that, is back in this one. And take a look at this. Full court man-to-man offense by the Asinderos. Trying to give Kamsur a taste of their own medicine. Can they force a stop and convert? Habonete. Oh, he's met up top. But the referees call a foul on that one. Habonete off that feed. And yes, there was contact. That is why Habonete will go back to the free throw line. Sinks in the first. Not subbing him out is the coaching staff of Kamsur because he has been performing well so far. 2 for 2 for the big. Pangasinan. Oh, they turned that one over. That's been one of their points for improvement, being the young team. Almario, though, a little helter-skelter basketball. And too strong of a pass there. And that's the thing for Pangasinan. They've made the adjustments. As you have Coach Sonny De Jesus, Deputy Head Coach for the Asinderos on your screens. Looking to get their 3rd win of this season. And that would be a big one if Pangasinan could get a win here. Let's take a look what happened there exactly. Brian Rosalin checking in now for the Asinderos. And as he checks in, just a little story on Brian Rosalin. You know, I got the chance to talk to him earlier, and I love the story he shared with me. he plays basketball mainly for his family. You know, he wants to use the NBL as a platform for him to be able to make the pros. And for him, it's about really making his mark. Talking about Brian Rosalin of Pangasinan. You know, his girlfriend is actually in attendance today. So to be able to play in front of his girlfriend, and of course, to play for all of the Pangasinans watching on the live stream, it means a lot for Brian. You know, still looking to get his rhythm in this one, but we know Brian Rosalin, when he does get his rhythm going, he will make his mark. So it means a lot for him to be able to play for his hometown of Pangasinan. And to be able to provide for his family has been one of the key motivators for him. And I also asked him who his favorite player was. Ang idol ni Brian Rosalin is also their fellow Pangasinan native, CJ Perez. He's been looking up to CJ Perez all throughout his basketball career. And as I talk about him, he gets that rebound. Swings it to Untalan, unable to hit though. 9 points is the advantage of Kamsur. Habonete will try a three and makes the three. The second 3-point bucket for the big man. What a game so far for Edward Habonete. The second 3-pointer brings Kamsur back to within a dozen. Oh, up and under move. Pio Quinto with a quick answer. DHO action. Lead is back to double digits. Ariete, he wants ISO on this side. They go to their big. Good stop for Pangasinan. And away he goes. Back-to-back buckets for the Asinderos. The Rosalin to Pio Quinto connection. That has been working for them. And the Pangasinense making their marks. The game is back to within 7. Almario, quick answer. Allow me to reintroduce myself. He's been quiet the first 5 minutes, but now he is back on the board. Talking about Almario. Kamsur able to get a stop. Oh, good move. Ariate taking it all by himself. And lead is back to within 11. Almario wants to slow things down. No foul called. Pangasinan able to get the stop. They just need to convert. Ariate with the rebound. And foul will be called on Pangasinan. Both teams not yet in the penalty. As we have fresh legs. Wow, interesting substitution here. 4-man substitution for Pangasinan. Rosalin to do the inbounding duties for the Asinderos. No good. Ball will stay with the Asinderos. They have 14 on the shot clock. They were within 5 points earlier. Kamsur just able to have that run. Oh, big shot though. Aldrin Ligon making his presence felt. His first 3-pointer of the ball game. The big man making his mark. Good defensive stop for Pangasinan. Swing action. And Aldrin Ligon makes his presence felt. The big man scoring from deep. Rosalin looking to make his mark, and he does! There you go. Brian Rosalin getting himself on the board, one of the key players for Pangasinan. Good to see him score a bucket there. Can he pull back his squad into this one? It is now within 6. Almost a travel for Kamsur. Ariate trying to get one at the buzzer. And he says, let's take our time. They have 11 to work with. Good stop for Pangasinan. And here come the Asinderos. They are within 6. And a round of applause. Their bench is up. They're feeling it right now. The coaching staff, Coach Sonny De Jesus, loving it. That defensive stop for them was big. A chance for them to get back in this. Rosalin. Oh, no foul called. Kamsur on the run. And Vernon is fouled. Verman Magpantay back at the free throw line. His recent game for Kamsur was big. Two free throws for Verman Magpantay. I got the chance to talk to Verman earlier, and he told me one of his main motivations to suit up for Kamsur is God, family, and these men on your screens right now, his coaching staff. He told me to him playing basketball, it doesn't even feel like work. He just loves this game. And one of his idols actually is LeBron James in the NBA. And he tries to pattern his game after him. And the hard work, the dedication that LeBron shows, he wants to showcase that here. Being one of the key players for Kamsur. And I love what he told me. I asked Verman, being the #1 team in their group, how do they stay motivated to stay on top? And he said they want to stay unblemished. They want to stay polished. And even if they are the #1 team, it's about improving on those habits. So you have to love the mentality from Verman Magpantay. One of the key players for Kamsur. And the deep squad. Right now, it is one of the key big men for Kamsur at the line, Don Monsalve. Gets one on the board right there. 8-point advantage for Kamsur. 17-22 points this quarter. So take a look at that one. This is a big third quarter for Pangasinan, able to make the adjustments. And the numbers don't lie. That is why it is within 6 points now. What was once a 15-point advantage for Kamsur is now within 6. Magpantay says, allow me to change that one though. Verman Magpantay reminding us what he does best, and that is score. Bringing Kamsur back to within 9. A minute and 30 remaining here in the third. Oh, Asuncion! Height doesn't matter to him. He found a way to score. Back and forth we go. Magpantay will try again. No good that time. Asuncion gets the board. Rosalin swings it out. Cash money for Manuel Ober, his second 3-point bucket. It is now a 4-point ball game. What a big third quarter this has been for Pangasinan. And like what Brian Rosalin told me when I talked to him earlier, if this team can get their chemistry going, he believes they can go a long way. And this spurt so far has showcased what Pangasinan can do. big third quarter for the Asinderos. Coach Sonny De Jesus, the deputy head coach for Pangasinan, loving it. And what an adjustment his team has been able to make. Monsalve at the line for two. His second trip at the free throw line. Monsalve, one of the big men for Kamsur, coming off the bench, looking to make that pivotal role. 1 for 1 right now at the line. Kamsur's biggest lead earlier was 15 points. Because of the run here in the third by Pangasinan, it is now within 6. Brian Rosalin with the rock. Untalan. Swings it to Rosalin. Too many steps for Mark Fabia. Caught dancing to the wrong song there. So good stop. Coach Sonny not liking the possession on that one. Good news for Pangasinan though, it is a manageable lead by Kamsur within 6 points. 10 seconds, game clock and shot clock. Kamsur with a chance at the final buzzer here. They get the rebound. Monsalve. Good defense by Pangasinan, and what a big third quarter for the Asinderos. They trimmed that double-digit lead of Kamsur to fight back. And now it is a 6-point ball game, fourth quarter action when we return.
Start the day with Guapo Essentials. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo. Diminish acne scars with Glutamax Men Face and Body Bar. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo. 24/7 freshness, 100% guapo vibes. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo.
We are back to live action here in the NBL President's Cup, and it is the continuation of our season as we bring you this Friday doubleheader as we approach our fourth quarter, still here inside the beautiful Hagonoy Gymnasium at the busy streets of Taguig. It is our first game of the day. Pangasinan and Kamsur going at it. And what a game we have. A lot of hoops for you here in the NBL. My name is Nico Aaron, your anchorman. And the story of this game has been very interesting. Kamsur, once holding on to a double-digit advantage, was now trimmed down by the valiant third quarter of Pangasinan. What a big one for them. And that is why it is now to within single digits. Untalan! Cash! Money, corner pocket three-pointer. The bench is loving it. And these boys are locked in. A 6-point ball game right now. Pangasinan showing the fight. Kamsur now the number 1 team. Let's see how they respond. In and out. Foul on the floor. And for those of you just joining us, It is the continuation of our President's Cup. Let's take a look at that one. Fabia kicks it out to Untalan. He makes that corner three in front of the bench. All smiles for the Asinderos, because they are now back in this. Pangasinan trimming that double-digit lead held by Kamsur. Whoa, beautiful feed! Unable to finish though. Too strong there. And Pangasinan able to make that adjustment in the second half. On your screens right now, Deputy Head Coach Sonny De Jesus. Good adjustment from him, giving that man-to-man press right now here in the fourth quarter. Changing things up are the Asinderos, forcing Kamsur to make the adjustments. Verman magpantay. And he is the marksman for Kamsur. Still a good lead though. Monsalve also, one of the magic bunots for the Express. 10 on the clock for Kamsur. Lim to magpantay. Mid-range jumper. Rebounded there. Good feed on the inside. Good stop for Pangasinan, and they will inbound the ball. It is a 6-point ball game. What a match. Brian Rosalin to inbound. He's got himself on the board. And of course, we'd like to give a shout out to our very supportive NBL president watching us right now, Miss Rose. And we hope you are enjoying all the action here in the NBL. Thank you very much for your support as we continue our season. Miss Rose of Montreal, our very supportive and active president of NBL Pilipinas. And you gotta love the league, the purpose of this league. Really giving these homegrown talents a chance to showcase their potential. That's always been the main focus of NBL Pilipinas. To be able to give all our Filipino hoopers a chance to showcase their potential. And thank you so much, Miss Mary Rose of Montreal, the president of NBL, for supporting all of our games as we continue our season. Magpantay, unable to get that one. And Pangasinan within 4 points. This is still anyone's ball game. Third foul on Malyari. And Asuncion will check in. Rosalin and Untalan will check out. Well-deserved breather. Untalan now with 3 3-pointers, and Rosalin has been solid also for Pangasinan. They will take a rest for Coach Sonny De Jesus. And for Kamsur, also wanting to have some fresh legs, Kyle Dumagtoy checking in. He and Habonete will be the two main bigs for Kamsur in this fourth. What an adjustment from Pangasinan. Kamsur still able to hold on to this 4-point lead though. Oh, good rebound! And the bench is loving it. Pio Quinto doing the dirty work. And we are back to within 2. Do not go anywhere, folks. This is why you love basketball. It is never over until it is over. Pangasinan able to fight back against the top team, Kamsur. And Habonete forced a turnover there. The bench is loving it. Good defense. And you know, what I noticed, Pangasinan, they turned up the tempo. The defensive pressure is turned up a notch for the Asinderos. And they now tie the ball game We are back to square one, 75 all. And Kamsur wants to talk things over. What a sequence. Asuncion, the baseline drive, bounce pass. Ooh, pretty basketball from the Asinderos. Pangasinan fighting back. 75 apiece. More action in quarter four. We are back to live action here in the NBL Pilipinas, and it has been this man, Kenneth Pio Quinto, putting on a show for the Asinderos, leading the charge for Pangasinan, rallying back what was once a 15-point deficit. They now even things up, and Kenneth has been the leader for the Asinderos. He is locked in, and momentum now is with Pangasinan. For those of you just joining us, this is why you love basketball. Nico Aaron, your anchorman, all throughout the games. And Happy New Year to everybody watching on the NBL live stream platforms. This is our first game of our Friday doubleheader. Still here inside Hagonoy Gymnasium in Taguig City. And this was once a 15-point lead for Kamsur, but Pangasinan finding life in that second half, able to trim it and tie things up right now at 75 all. It has been the heart and the might of the Asinderos. What an impressive display. And this man at the line, Ariate, unable to make those two free throws though. Kamsur looking to make some adjustments. They are still the #1 team though of the season in Group A. Pangasinan just showing good fight. Kamsur looking to stop the bleeding. .12 to work with on the clock. And that is how you do it. Put some icing there. Almario cooling things down for Kamsur. What a way to break that run. And they regain the lead at a 2-point advantage. Still anyone's ball game here. Cash! Money! What a big shot for number 13, Rodel Renon. And now the lead is with Pangasinan, their very first in the ball game. Wow, what a turnaround for the Asinderos. The bench is loving it. Let's take a look at that one. Hand down, man down. Cash, money, Pangasinan is cooking. They now have the lead over Kamsur. Dipsy-doo, back-to-back points. Fabian now says, allow me to join the party. It is now Pangasinan dictating the pace here in the fourth. Kamsur now the #1 team with their backs against the wall. How will they respond? Oh, strong move. Ariate says, let me put the brakes on that. What a ball game. Good stop from Kamsur. Almario wants to run. Kicks it out. 14 big points compared to 7. That is Pangasinan's advantage over Kamsur. But that is a big shot for Kamsur. And when you ask how will the number 1 seed respond, well, that's how you do it. Kamsur with a quick answer, regaining the lead. No problem for them. And good defense as well for Borbe. What a game. Back and forth we go. Ariate with the quick answer. And then it was this 3-pointer by Kamsur's number 8. Kyle Philip Dumagtoy, the other big man, showing his stuff from 3. Ariate, goodbye! And Kamsur allow us to reintroduce ourselves. They say this is why they are the number 1 seed. They give up a lead, but they say we'll get that back, courtesy of Ariate. Gaining that 4-point advantage, 5 points rather. Timeout, more action when we return. We are back to live action, and just when you thought the number 1 seed will be frightened, Medwin Ariate says otherwise. 15 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 assists. Really putting the icing on this. Ariate on his own personal run here, keeping the Kamsur Express back in this one. They gave up the lead, but Ariate giving them that one back. They now have a 5-point advantage once again over Pangasinan, an 8-0 run for the Kamsur Express. When people thought how the number 1 ranked team would respond, they do it like they supposed to. 8-0 run for Kamsur here in the 4th quarter. Ooh! Big call there, and Untalan is called for that offensive foul. Sharp eyes from our referee. Let's take a look at that one. He wanted to draw the foul. Oh, and sharp eyes from our referees there. Usually, some more veteran players, they get away with that kind of move. But Untalan unable to draw the foul there. Ball will go back to Kamsur, and they regain the lead here. Good afternoon to everyone, or good evening rather, to everyone watching. My name is Nico Aaron, and I am more than thrilled to bring you this stellar of a game we have here as we continue our NBL President's Cup 2026, Pangasinan and Kamsur, our first of today's doubleheader. Good rebound. Kamsur now able to cool off the momentum from Pangasinan. Ariate really wanting to calm down his wards. And foul on the floor here. This is number 5, Mesha Torres. Fresh set of legs checking in for the Asinderos. It is a 5-point ball game. The biggest lead though for Kamsur was at 15 in the first half. And then when we started the second quarter, they had that good adjustment, talking about Kamsur. And then opening up our third quarter, Pangasinan able to force Kamsur into turnovers, tying the game up at 75 all. But Kamsur responding like number 1 seeds do. Malapre with that offensive rebound, and now the lead is back to 7 for the Express. Puntalan, 10 to work with for the Asinderos. They kick it out to Orbe. Midline jumper, no good. And good set of stops for the Kamsur Express. So Pangasinan making that adjustment in the third quarter. They went on that full court man-to-man. But Kamsur, with plays like this from Malapre, regaining the lead and being able to adjust to Pangasinan's full court man-to-man. Kamsur, they go back to their DHO weave offense. Too strong on that one. 3 minutes remaining here in the fourth. Pangasinan trying to respond. They had the lead. Briefly though, they had a good 2-point or 3-point lead rather here in the fourth. They want to get that back. Foul on the floor. And we have a substitution. Coach Sonny De Jesus putting back Asuncion. Puntalan will take a breather. 6 on the clock. Baseline inbound for Pangasinan. Off the mark there. Good stop for Kamsur. 2 minutes here in the fourth period. A lot of basketball remaining here. So to everyone watching on our live streams, do not go anywhere. This is still anyone's ball game. Can Pangasinan fight back? Or will Kamsur close this one out and get their 6th win of the season as we continue our action here in the NBL President's Cup? This is our first game, Pangasinan and Kamsur, and this is how you start it. What a game so far from both squads. At the line, it will be the big man for Kamsur, John Habonete. He has been solid for the Kamsur Express so far. 2 threes for him in this ball game. And the big man also doing the dirty work. Now he makes that free throw, looking to put the icing on the cake for the Kamsur Express. Pangasinan already in the penalties, so they have to be careful. Kamsur taking advantage of that. 1 of 2 though, but good rebound. And it's those kinds of second chance buckets and second chance points. Vincent Malapre doing the hustle for Kamsur. Good stop for Pangasinan. They could still rally back in this one. Good possession there. Aldrin Ligon gets himself back on the board. Pangasinan still in this one. 2 minutes is a lot of time. Still a 6-point ball game. As we approach the deep waters, Asuncion on the run. Good feed. Unable to hit though. And Ariate says, let's take a breather. No need to rush. They hold on to a 6-point advantage. Ariate to Habonete. Oh, crucial foul. Pangasinan already in the penalty. Fabia is called with a foul on that one. 6-point ball game. So just to give a quick update, Pangasinan is currently in the middle of the pack here in Group A. If they do lose this ball game, they will go to 2-5 And if Kamsur does close this one out, they will get their 6th victory. They will still stay at the number 1 seed at 6-1 as we continue our NBL President's Cup. So a very pivotal game for both of these squads. Habonete unable to convert. Ooh, costly turnover by Asuncion. Oh, sidestep! Put that on your highlight reel. And the lead is back to within 9 for the Kamsur Express. Ariate, a big 4th quarter for him. Pulling back Kamsur in this one. Timeout on the floor. More action when we return. We are back here inside the Hagonoy Gymnasium and all of our beautiful fans in attendance. Good-looking fans here enjoying the action. Of course, as we continue our NBL President's Cup 2026, it is the continuation of our season. And Pangasinan and Kamsur going at it to open things up this 2026. And what a game it has been. And what a game also for this man, John Habonete. 12 points, 15 rebounds, and 2 assists for the big man. Really showcasing the stretch 5 ability for him. He's been able to keep Kamsur afloat as the number 1 ranked seed. Looking good to start. Of course, Pangasinan showing that fight though in the 3rd quarter, but Kamsur able to cool off the momentum. Pangasinan in the penalty, and Kamsur showing their poise here in quarter number 4. I am Nico Aaron, once again your anchorman for today's doubleheader this Friday. And up next, it will be Zamboanga taking on the home team, Taguig. Our main game here in tonight's NBL doubleheader this Friday. We bring you a lot of hoops, this being our first game day of 2026. It is the continuation of our President's Cup. Both teams looking to talk things over. And if the score stays as is, Pangasinan will go down to 2-5, while Kamsur, the team on your screens, will stay on top of the team standings at Group A. They will go up at 6-1. So a very pivotal game for both squads here in round number 1. 48 seconds here in the 4th quarter. First half, it was all Kamsur entering the ball game, or the second half rather, with a 13-point advantage, but Pangasinan able to fight back. A well-spirited and well-hearted comeback shown by the Asinderos, tying the game up at 75 all, even gaining the lead. They had that 3-point lead in the 4th quarter, earlier in this quarter, but Kamsur just showcasing their poise and their composure to regain that advantage, which is why the score is 91-82. the veteran squad of Kamsur. What a game they have had. And what a season they have had, and they want to continue that. So starting strong, continuing that momentum coming off that win. We have an official review from our referees.
It was a normal foul on Kyle Dumagtoy. Kamsur has a line of defense.
Second foul on Boy. First team foul of Kamsur Express under the last 2
Take a
minutes.
look what happened there. And foul on the floor was called. Oh, a little extra motion there from Kamsur's number 8, Kyle Dumagtoy. That's why the foul was called. Ball will go back to Pangasinan. They need to convert here. Good stop for Kamsur. And Brian Rosalin on your screens right now. One of the key players, of course. Deputy Head Coach Sonny De Jesus looks to use more of him moving forward in this tournament. And Brian Rosalin, his journey will continue, looking to help his team bounce back from this one. Of course, hoping that CJ Perez is watching this. Also, Pangasinan native. And for Kamsur, they will stay on top, as it looks like they will regain or gain their 6th win of this tournament. Their lead is back to double digits. Untalan unable to make that 3. And the coaching staff and the crowd of Kamsur just loving it. They were pushed by Pangasinan in that 4th quarter especially. Kamsur had their backs against the wall. But in the end, the number 1 ranked Express showing us how they respond. It is their composure and their poise pulling away here, regaining that lead, and they will go up to 6-1. They stay on top of Group A, while Pangasinan, they'll stay in the middle of the pack. 92-82 is our score as we wrap up our first game and of 2026 in the continuation of our NBL President's Cup. The number 1 ranked Kamsur Express continuing their momentum from the previous year, gaining win number 6 in our tournament. And what a game for them. And what a game for this man right here, our best player of the game, Medwin Ariate. 17 points, 7 of 8 from the field, 3 rebounds, and 7 assists. What a well-balanced effort, leading Kamsur to another charge. And that was our smart powered-up plays. 92-82, Kamsur stays on top. And they will get win number 6 here in our President's Cup in the NBL season. What a game for them. And they were pushed by Pangasinan. You gotta admire the heart though of the Asinderos, fighting back in that 3rd quarter, making the adjustments. But Kamsur able to stay composed and stay alive here, courtesy of guys like Medwin Ariate. As we take a look at your smart powered up plays, that is brought to you by Smart. Take a look at that one. 1st quarter, good start from both teams. Pangasinan getting on the board early. They were making their mark. And Kamsur able to keep afloat. Both teams very fast-paced 1st quarter there. It was a 2-point ball game. The lead wasn't that big for either squad still. Back and forth they went in that 1st quarter. That's why it was a 7-point ball game. And then in the 2nd quarter of action, Pangasinan showcasing their better chemistry and Kamsur showcasing their depth. Almario making his mark also. And that was also a close second quarter, but Kamsur eventually in the latter part of that period able to pull away because of guys like that. Magpantay leading the charge for Kamsur. They have a double-digit lead in the second half. And in the third quarter, this was Pangasinan's comeback period, showcasing a lot of heart, a lot of energy, and a lot of hustle, just like this big man right here. And this is where Kamsur did have that spurt of a run, but Pangasinan, they were able to tie things up and trim what was once a double-digit lead to now within 6. So Pangasinan fighting back. And then the fourth quarter, another big one for the Asinderos. When Kamsur would score, Pangasinan would always have an answer. At this point, giving Pangasinan their first lead actually of the ball game. They did have a 3-point lead in that fourth quarter, but Kamsur showcasing their experience and their poise. The number 1 ranked Kamsur Express, and that is why they get dub number 6, 92-82. Those were our smart, powered up plays in our first game of this match. And to everyone watching us, stay tuned, get your popcorn, because we got more action for you here in NBL Pilipinas. Friday Hoops continues. It is Zambales taking on the home team Taguig when we return here in your NBL President's Cup.
Start the day with Guapo Essentials. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo. Diminish acne scars with Glutamax Men Face and Body Bar. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo. 24/7 freshness, 100% Guapo Bites. Glutamax Men. Lakas makagwapo.